Plans are afoot to create a special fund for whistleblowers who are facing financial trouble. Government says this is one of the proposals that have come out from extensive research conducted on how to further protect whistleblowers. This comes as concerns about their safety, loss of livelihoods continue to mount. Whistleblower Thabiso Zulu and the Whistleblower House Executive Director Ben Theron join us both live now. Thank you so much to you both for your time. I'll start with you, Ben. Is this a good move?
Absolutely, it's good news what the Minister said. We look forward to the research paper and we look forward to giving extensive inputs into that.
And for you, Thabiso? I wonder if Thabiso is on the line with us. Thabiso Zulu, are you on the line? Is it a good move for government to then establish this whistleblower fund?
We appreciate any intervention, but as you are aware, it doesn't mean that every intervention is equal to the challenges that whistleblowers are facing.
And for you, as you say that it doesn't amount to the challenges, so it sounds like it doesn't go far enough.
I wouldn't say so, but I think you are aware that there is Patricia Mashele-Morgan, there is Cynthia Stempel, there are quite a lot of other whistleblowers who have been financially ruined because of what they went through at their workplaces. But going further than that, I think we are aware that whistleblowers, because of the challenges that they face, some of them are even fleeing the country, people like Athol Williams and many others, and it costs a lot of money. But having said that, some whistleblowers like Themba Masego and others have been threatened at their homes. I've survived attempts in my own space, not once, not twice. So you are even forced to hire bodyguards, you are forced to hire protectors, you are forced to hire security guards. So that on its own costs a lot of money, which if one says they will be supported financially, may not go as far as supporting them in terms of providing security, providing them assistance, legal assistance, and many other assistance that they may need.
Ben, listening to what, of course, Thabiso is saying, and even, as he says that for him, there have been attempts as well. But let's talk about this fund. Is it clear from where you are standing as an organization on how it will be dispersed and who is going to be handling it and how things administratively will work there?
There's no information available. The Minister spent something like a minute stating the following. The first thing he said, it's a research paper, so this is not draft bill, it's not draft legislation. And the only three things he said was, the first thing he said was, the incentives are off the table because they have other ideas around that. The second thing he said is the protection needs to be improved. Now, what we are waiting for is to see exactly what that says in the legislation, in the draft research paper that he promised to come out. That is the beginning of a long process because he's not even talking about a bill, draft bill, or even a draft legislation. So what we need to do is to study those documents. What is appreciated is the fact that legal assistance will be provided. And that's important because unless a whistleblower follows the letter of the law, nothing gets done because then it's an illegal submission. So it's important that individuals need to make sure that they follow the law of the PDA, which will now be strengthened. So we need to understand what that means when these documents come out. The third thing he said was financial assistance. Now, the one thing is missing that he didn't mention is that they don't speak at all about the psychological environment and the psychological suffering that the whistleblower does. Bearing in mind that the psychological suffering comes from, amongst other things, the pressure that the organization puts him under, him or her, as well as the lack of income. Because once you've been labeled as a whistleblower, it's extremely difficult to find a job, and especially in our environment where unemployment is so high. So what is required is a holistic view. What worries us is that if this fund, and the question you asked me very specifically is, who will manage the fund? We don't know. If you look at what's happening in the SSA and the rumors around the SSA of the funds being managed there, if something similar happens here, the whistleblower have got no hope of help at all, and that is concerning.
And of course, Ben, there's also the issues of security as well. And let me go back to Thabiso and really latch on that particular issue. Thabiso, when you speak to some of the whistleblowers and some of the concerns, that mount after that, you've raised them, the issues of security, but others talk about the loss of livelihoods. Others have paid with their lives. And those who are alive say, some of them say they regret blowing the whistles. Others saying that they will do it over and over again. I wonder where you stand on that.
I think you are aware that we have learned in the media that a lady who worked at the Department of Home Affairs was assassinated in the upper part of KZN because she was expected to testify in a matter which she whistleblew. That on its own tells you that these matters of killing of whistleblowers like Babita and many others are going unabated, and there is no seriousness in terms of fast-tracking, arresting the masterminds. Foot soldiers will be arrested, and like in the case of Cindy Somakaka, the foot soldiers will be arrested, and there will be no attempt to get into the deep end of finding out who were the masterminds. But having said that, government must not continue paying a lip service. Remember that they are doing this because they went all out in public saying they are going to support the whistleblowers. And in this case, we are aware that the Public Disclosure Act talks about people that discloses things or discloses what they know when they are employed. It doesn't cover individuals that get to know what is happening somewhere and they whistleblow on that, because you can't say those people must be covered as witnesses in a matter. They are not witnesses. They want to speak out about what they know, but they don't want to be witnesses on the matter that they know. They only want to inform the law enforcement agencies about what they know. They don't want to be witnesses because they know that many witnesses get killed.
Ben, you're nodding?
We need to make a distinction between a whistleblower and a witness, because the NPA only protects witnesses, not as it is right now. And we are hoping that the updated Protect Disclosure Act covers that, and we're hoping that the powers within the Witness Protection Office inside the NPA will also be beefed up. Thabiso says something very important. Who manages SABC? We have people in South Africa being taken out, and they are dependent on the police services to ensure their safety. Here's the problem. If you look at what's happening, we have whistleblowers inside SABC talking about SABC, and their lives are in danger. They are being hunted. They are being followed and intimidated. The whole value chain should be checked, and not only the Justice Department. We have spoken to the Justice Department, and I would like to believe that our inputs have contributed to where we are right now. The difficulty we have is it's at 1 minute soundbite that the minister, in a very big speech about the Department of Justice budget, mentioned the whistleblower and the environment there. But what we do appreciate is he acknowledges the fact, absolutely acknowledges the fact, that protection needs to be improved dramatically.
All right. Thank you both for your time. And let's see then what comes out of this paper, as they say that it will be released a little later on, giving us a sense of that extensive research that was done there. That was whistleblower Thabiso Zulu and the Whistleblower House Executive Director Ben Theron. Let me thank you both for your time. Do appreciate it.